Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Srilikita from Horticulture Food Science Department, School of Agriculture, SI University, Warangal. Today, I'm going to deal with the topic importance, scope, and cultivation of fruit crops. The contents of the topic: introduction, economic importance, high net profit, source of raw material for agro-based industries, efficient utilization of resources, utilization of waste and barren lands, production, origin exchange, nutritional importance, scope of cultivation of fruits, need to increase production to meet dietary requirements, scope for increasing area under dryland fruits, increasing urbanization and change in food habits, increased transport facilities, increasing cold storage facilities and pre-cooling centers, scope for agro-based industries, development of new techniques, evaluation of new high-yielding varieties, and introduction of new crops, government incentive, scope for export of fruits, employment generation, very high production, and suitability of climate for fruits. Introduction of importance and scope of fruit crops. Fruit growing is one of the important and age-old practices practiced in India since ancient times. Cultivation of fruit crops plays an important role in overall status of mankind and the nation. The standard of living of the people of a country is depending upon the production and per capita consumption of the fruits. Fruit growing have following economic and nutritional advantages. Economic importance: high productivity, high yield per unit area. From a unit area of land, more yield is realized from fruit crops than any of the agronomic crops. The average yields of papaya, banana, and grapes are 10 to 15 times more than that of agronomic crops. High net profit. Though the initial cost of establishment of an orchard is high, it is compensated by higher net profit due to higher productivity or high value of produce. Example, wheat, groundnut, ragi, it produces 3 to 4 tons per hectare yield, but the profit is 25,000 to 35,000. Grapes, mango, or banana, it produces 20 to 40 tons per hectare, and the profit is of 1,50,000 to 2,50,000 per hectare. Source of raw material for agro-based industries. Fruit farming provides raw materials for various agro-based industries like for canning, preservation, preparation of jams, jellies, candies, etc. from fresh fruits. Coir industries, that is from coconut husk, pharmaceutical industries, onla, papaya, jam. These fruits have high medicinal properties which aids in byproducts production from the pharmaceutical industry. Transporting and packaging industries also increases the raw material for agro-based industries. Efficient utilization of resources. Growing of fruits, being perennial in nature, enable grower to remain engaged throughout the year in farm operations and to utilize fully the resources and assets like machinery, labor, land, and water for production purpose throughout the year compared to agronomic crops. Utilization of waste and barren lands for production. Although most of the fruits, most of the fruit crops require perennial irrigation and good soil for the production, there are many fruit crops which are hardy in nature, like mango, banana, bear, cashew, custard apple, onla, falsa, jamun, etc., which are grown on poor, shallow, undulated soils considered unsuitable for growing grain or agronomical crops. Here, in this utilization of waste and barren lands for production, not only the crops which requires irrigation, but the crops which are tolerant for drought conditions are also cultivated so that the barren lands are effectively utilized for production of the fruit crops. Origin exchange. Many fresh fruits, processed products, and spices are exported to several countries, earning good amount of origin exchange. Importance of fruits in human diet is well recognized. Man cannot live on cereals only. Fruits are essential for balanced diet and good health. Vegetables per capita per day, in addition to cereals, pulses, etc., eggs, etc., fruits have more origin exchange. Coming to the nutritional importance, fruits are good sources of vitamins and minerals, without which human body cannot maintain proper health and develop resistance to disease. They also contain pectin, cellulose, fat, proteins, etc. Importance of fruit crops in human body. Some of the essential nutrients provided by different fruits are vitamins. Coming to vitamin A, its role in human body, it is essential for growth and reproduction, helps in resistance to infections, increases longevity, and decreases the senility. Deficiency of vitamin A causes night blindness, xerophthalmia, retardation in the growth, roughness in the skin, formation of stones in the kidney. And the sources for the vitamin A fruits are mango, papaya, persimmon, dates, jackfruit, walnut, oranges, passion fruit, locust, etc. Vitamin B1. For managing good appetite and normal digestion, vitamin B1 is very important. Necessary for growth, fertility, lactation, and for normal functioning of nervous system. Deficiency causes beriberi, paralysis, loss the sensitivity of skin, enlargement of heart, loss of appetite, and fall in body temperature. The sources for vitamin B1 fruits like walnut, apricot, apple, banana, grapefruit, plum, and almond. Vitamin B2. It is important for growth, health of skin, and for respiration and poorly vascularized tissues such as cornea. Deficiency of vitamin B2 causes pellagra and alopecia, loss of appetite, loss of weight, sore throat, and development of cataract. Swollen nose and baldness can be seen. The sources for vitamin B2 are bale, papaya, lychee, pomegranate, wood apple, and pineapple. Vitamin C. Deficiency causes scurvy, that is pain in joints, swelling of limbs, unhealthy gums, tooth decay can be seen, delay in wound healing, and rheumatism. And sources for vitamin C: Barbados cherry, onla, guava, lime, lemon, sweet oranges, pear, pineapple, and pear. Fat. The sources for fat containing are walnut, almond, and avocado. As we all know, avocado is called as butter fruit. It is rich in fat content. Coming to the fiber, sources are guava, pomegranate, onla, grape. Minerals are essential for the growth and development for the human body. So the minerals like calcium, the deficiency of calcium causes rickets and osteomalacia. Sources like sitafal, ramafal, fig, balsa, citrus, sapota, grapes, West Indian cherry, etc. are helping in improving the calcium content in the human body. Coming to phosphorus, it is essential for cell multiplication of bones and soft tissues, helps in liberation of energy on oxidation of carbohydrates. Sources are wood apple, avocado, dates, pomegranate, and grape raisins. Proteins. Proteins are important for body growth, formation, and maintenance of body tissues. Sources for proteins are West Indian cherry, avocado, custard apple, banana, apricot, guava, grapes, etc. Iron. It acts as oxygen carrier in the body. Sources: Karonda, date palm, grape raisins, West Indian cherry, guava, sitafal, avocado, sapota, plum, etc. Here, few fruit crops and their importance are given. Apple, its importance is rich in iron, useful in acute and chronic dysentery among children, stomach disorders, headache, heart diseases, maintains blood pressure, dry hacking cough, removing kidney stones, mouth cleansing properties, and makes the body strong. Coming to apricot, it is rich in natural sugar, vitamin A, C, and calcium, useful in treatment of constipation, anemia, skin diseases. Coming to banana, it is rich in potassium, protein, vitamins. It is useful in intestinal disorders, dysentery, arthritis and gout patients, anemia, kidney and liver disorders, tuberculosis, weight reduction. Paste of the ripe banana gives relief of burns and wounds. Jamun. It is rich in vitamin C, minerals, proteins, useful in diarrhea, dysentery, bleeding piles, stimulate liver functions, effective for sterility and miscarriage. Lemon. It is rich in citric acid and vitamin C, useful as food accessory, destroys toxins in the body, curing of gum diseases, constipation, diarrhea, obesity, different hemorrhages, food relaxation. Mango. It is rich in vitamin A, minerals, useful in treatment of night blindness, loss of weight. Seeds are useful in diarrhea, throat infections, constipation, and eye infections. Coming to the scope of cultivation of fruit crops, as far as the scope is concerned, the production of fruit crops increased to a large extent. In India, India is an ideal country as all the important fruit crops can be produced due to varied soil climatic conditions. So to avoid the glut in the market, they, they can be processed, preserved, and enjoyed in off-season. Different byproducts can be prepared from fruits. By growing fruit, farmers get more income from the field as they are cash crops. There is tremendous production of fruits in a short period. Need to increase production to meet dietary requirements. According to Indian Council of Medical Research, the per capita consumption of fruits in India is 120 grams per day, but it is very low. That is 10 kg per capita per year as compared to other countries like USA, 202 kg per capita per year they are consuming. The low consumption of fruits is only due to very small fraction of total cropped area under fruits. India needs to set up the production of fruits till the country becomes self-sufficient and process of fruit fall to the level at which both rich and poor can afford to buy the fruits. Here, in this need to increase the production to meet the dietary requirements, here we need to improve the varieties and the breeding method. In order to increase the varieties, developing of high yielding varieties, pest resistant and climate resilient crops must be selected. And coming to the breeding aspect, like marker assisted selections must be done, and genome editing must be done in the food crops so that it results in high production of food crops, and also they are resistant to the pests and diseases, and they will be high yielding varieties. And here focus on nutrient rich varieties to enhance the dietary contributions like biofortified foods with increased vitamins and minerals. Coming to the efficient fertilizer application results in production of high fruits. For increasing the need or to increase the production to meet the dietary requirements, we need to supply more efficient fertilizers to the food crops so that more production of the fruits can be seen. Growth regulations and crop management must be done. The crop management is like pruning, training, various other aspects must be done for canopy management to proper penetration of sunlight of the crops, and in not this proper penetration of sunlight leads to increase the production of the fruits, and also it helps in proper crotch angle so that no pest and disease attack can be seen, and proper foliar application of the nutrients can be done by maintaining that crotch angle. And here growth regulation and crop management is done in various aspects of the fruit crops in order to maintain the proper shape of the tree and proper alignment of the branches. And here suitable practices must be done like integrated pest management, increased organic farming must be done. We have to increase the organic farming so that more production of fruits can be seen, and the high demand for the fruits will be there. And here, suitable water uses must be done, like drip irrigations and rainwater harvest must be done in order to increase the food crops where irrigation facility is very less. I mean, and it also to increase the production of the fruits and dietary requirement to meet the dietary requirements of the human beings, climate and smart practices must be done to like drought tolerant crops must be grown and cold hardy fruit species must be cultivated. Improving microclimatic conditions must be done. That is, shade nets and greenhouses must be used to produce the fruit crops. And also, post harvest technology and post harvest management must be done. And marketing also must be improved in order to increase the fruit production. Scope for increasing area under fruits. It is not early, it is not entirely true that all fruits require perennial irrigation. There are many fruit trees like bear, custard apple, cashew nut, onla, they are drought resistant crops, which are hardy in nature and can be grown under purely rain-fed conditions. In India, 86 million hectare land is available for development of sound technology of rain-fed horticulture. There is good scope to put these lands under dry land food crops. As we all know, in India, there is 86 million hectare land available for development of rain-fed horticultural crops. So we have to use effectively these land to produce the drought-tolerant crops so that we can produce high number of fruits. That is, increase the production of fruit crops can be seen. Increasing urbanization and change in food habits. Increasing urbanization due to industrial growth has increased demands for fruits. Change in food habits to organic foods is also being noticed due to education, assured income, which has also helped increasing demands for fruits. So, increasing urbanization and change in food habits means that here we have to change the food habits that from spraying of chemicals to we have to change the production to organic conditions. Increased transport facilities. Most of the fruits are highly perishable, having less storage life and need quick disposable after harvest. Lack of good transportation system was one of the major constraints in expansion of fruits. However, nowadays, quick transport facilities by road, rail, and air are available, enabling growers to transport fruits to long distance markets in good conditions in a short period of time. Increasing cold storage facilities and pre-cooling centers. Fruits are highly perishable and have less shelf life. So, during the peak harvesting period of market, gulls reduce prices of fruits. Cold storage facilities helps to regulate market supply and stabilizes the market rate. Similarly, to extend the shelf life, pre-cooling after harvest is necessary. Here, the cold storage of the fruits. Cold storage of the fruits involves in maintaining low temperature to slow down ripening, reduces spoilage and extend shelf life of the fruits, and it preserves the fruit quality, minimizes the nutrient loss, and helps regulating market supply by preventing post-harvest loss. In this way, the cold storage of the fruits helps in reducing the losses after harvesting of the fruits. Coming to the pre-cooling chambers, pre-cooling chambers lowers the temperature of the harvested fruits to remove field heat and preserving freshness. It helps in preserving the freshness of the fruits and it reduces the spoilage of the fruits. And to extend the shelf life of the perishable fruits, pre-cooling chambers are used. Coming to modified atmospheric packaging. Here, this modified atmospheric packaging adjusts the oxygen levels and carbon dioxide levels and also maintains the humidity levels inside the packaging to slow the respiration and delay the ripening and prevent the spoilage of the fruits. And it also helps in extending the shelf life of the fruits and preserves the freshness and maintains the quality of the fruits during storage and transport of the fruits in modified atmospheric packaging. Scope for agro-based industries. Even after so much of industrial progress, our country depends on agriculture sectors for employment. Development of agro-based industries to generate employment is a must to keep our economy sound. Development of new techniques, use of growth regulators, in situ grafting, drip irrigation for water economy, tissue culture special horticulture practices like ringing, girdling, notching, Baha treatment, high density planting, etc., have helped to increase productivity and also to bring more lands under cultivation. Here, the development of new techniques like using of growth regulators. These growth regulators helps in increasing the number of flowers, fruiting. As it increases the flower, it directly or indirectly increases the fruit yield. Coming to in situ grafting, this grafting techniques helps in producing more number of plant materials for cultivation for the next season. Coming to drip irrigation for water economy, here drip irrigation helps in conserving the water and also provides the minimal irrigation to the plants. That is, the required quantity of water is provided to the plants at certain intervals. Tissue culture, tissue culture here, production of the plants which are that is under controlled conditions and getting acclimatized to these environmental conditions and releasing the new varieties helps in increased pest and disease resistance and climate resilient crops and special horticulture practices like ringing, girdling, notching. This all helps in increasing the uptake of the nutrients from the plants and also increase the efficiency of the crop. Coming to Baha treatment, it is done in guava and pomegranate. This Baha treatment helps in more number of flowering can be seen in these both crops that more yield is produced. High density planting, that is in the small area we can grow more number of plants in the limited area. So it helps in increasing the production of the fruit crops. In this way, it increases the productivity and also brings the lands under cultivation and development of new techniques. Evaluation of new high yielding varieties and introduction of new crops. Here, the development of high yielding cultivar of fruit crops like pomegranate in these varieties like Ganesha, P25, P26, and G137. These are high yielding cultivars of the pomegranate. Coming to mango, Ratna, Amrapali, Mallika, Sindhu. These are the high yielding varieties of the mango. Grapes, Thompson seedless, Guva, Sardar, and Lucknow 49, etc., which are having specialized features like disease and pest resistance, high yielding, diverse acclimatization, etc., brought more area under fruits. Similarly, introduction of commercial cultivation of some of the new crops like ber, onla, etc., also indicates scope for area expansion. Government incentives. Realizing the need for area expansion of fruit crops, the government has started a very ambitious program of fruit development under which it gives 100% subsidy to marginal farmers and farmers from backward communities and 70% subsidy for others on establishment and maintenance of fruit orchards for a period of 3 years. It is a very good news that farmers can establish an orchard by getting the subsidy. Here, 100% subsidy for marginal farmers and for backward communities, and 70% subsidy for the establishment and maintenance of the fruit orchard, that is for 3 years. So, this helps in increasing the production of the fruit crops and increases the economy of the country. This would increase the area under fruits. It is expected that due to this program, the area under fruits will increase. Coming to the scope for export of fruits. Market surveys in Europe and other markets have revealed that is a good scope or export of grapes, mango, banana, pomegranate, citrus, ber, cashew to Gulf and European countries. Here, the market surveys in these countries have revealed that the export of fruits like grapes, mango, banana, and pomegranate increase the export value of the fruits, and the availability of these markets would be increase area under these fruits. Employment generation. Agriculture sector needs more skilled labor force to conduct the daily activities. The labor supply in India is much more cheaper than other countries, hence providing greater opportunities for maintaining different activities of the farm. Starting from the sowing or transplanting of the plants, irrigation, weeding, all the necessary activities are done by the labor. So here, in order to maintain the crop properly, employment generation is very important to produce higher yields in the fruit production. Very high production and suitability of climate for fruits. The productivity of horticulture crops is much more than other crops like cereals and pulses, etc., from the same piece of the land. Here, production of the fruits is very high when compared to the other agronomic crops. So, in India, it is best owed with diverse climatic conditions such as tropical, subtropical, and temperate climates, which are feasible for almost all the fruit crops. So, it is the best suitable country that where we can grow all the diversified different kinds of food crops under different climatic conditions. Conclusion. Nutritional value. Fruit crops are vital sources of essential vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, contributing to a balanced and healthy diet. A balanced and healthy diet. Economic contribution. They play a significant role in agriculture economy by providing income to farmers, generating employment, and contributing to the export market. Here, the economic importance of the fruit crops increases by agriculture revenue, employment generation. The employment generation is done by cultivation of the crops, processing industries, and by packaging methods. Export earnings, and value-added products can be produced. Here, by these ways, economic of the country can be improved, and it also aids nutritional and health benefits, diversification and risk management. Like it reduces this diversification risk management for the farmers by cultivating only single crop. That is reducing the monocropping. That means the farmer can produce more than one fruit crop. That is, at a time, he can produce 3 to 4 fruit crops in the same piece of land. So, thereby avoiding monocropping, there will be multiplication of fruit crops by cultivating different varieties. And here, tourism and agro-based industries. Here, orchard tours and fruit picking events can be conducted. And here, by tourism, here these agro industries are also developed by production of wine production from the grapes and apple cider from apples. Environmental benefits. Fruit cultivation helps in maintaining biodiversity, improving soil fertility, and supporting ecological balance through sustainable farming practices. Year-round availability. Year-round availability. Advances in cultivation techniques, including controlled environment agriculture, enabling year-round production and supply of various fruit crops. Here, year-round availability is seen by producing the fruits under controlled conditions like under greenhouse, polyhouse conditions, or in the hydroponic conditions, so that the fruits can be produced throughout the year. Adaptation of climatic conditions. With the development of modern agriculture practices, fruit crops can now be cultivated in diverse climatic zones, ensuring bordering accessibility and improved food security. The adaptation of the climatic conditions to the fruits is very important. As India is a has diverse climatic conditions, here all the different food crops can be grown. Enhancement of rural livelihoods. Fruit cultivation encourages rural development by offering value or added processing opportunities and empowering small scale farmers. And here, these small scale farmers are benefited by picking of the fruits at the time of harvest and weeding and various other intercultural operations like training, pruning, and all these aspects helps in the rural livelihood. It enhances the livelihood of the rural people and health benefits. Increased consumption of the fruits contributes to disease prevention, enhancing the public health and reducing the burden on the healthcare system. So as we all maintain the good health, it reduces the burden on the healthcare system. So in the balanced diet, including of the fruit crops is very important. Coming to technological advances, adoption of modern technologies like precision agriculture and integrated pest management has improved the yield and quality of the fruit crops. Sustainable agriculture. Fruit crops support sustainable agriculture practices by promoting crop diversification, reducing the over resilience on staple grains, and encouraging organic farming. Here, fruit crops production reduces the over reliance, that is, depending more on the agronomic crops, reduces and it also improves the consumption of the fruit crops in India. Coming to global marketing influences, the growing demand for exotic and organic foods boosts the global trade, impacting international markets and ensuring better income opportunities for the farmers. Thank you.